go.
Don't waste time. The fellow that lives here, where is he?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, no, please. Oh. 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 Oh.
Dink!
Maybe he's gone to work early.
Where's work? Wentworth?
I mean, who are you and what do you want to?
Where's work?
Oh, to Wentworth. Prison.
Screw away. I think I'm going to like this one. Call it.
What am I going to say?
Tell him to come home. Right now. One word about me, love. And you're dead.
Wentworth Detention Centre, Officer Perry.
Vera Bennett. Is Terry Harrison there?
No, he's not come in yet. Do you want me to get... Oh, just a second. He's just come in. Phone call for you.
Who is it?
Vera.
Vera?
Terry, I want you to come home straight away.
Straight away? What?
No, I'm sick. I think I've got the same virus that my mother had last week.
Your mother? Is someone there with you?
Yes. Come home.
Vera? Well, look, don't worry, love. We'll get the doctor for you. Look, I'm coming home straight away. I'll be home soon. Bye-bye. Where's Jim?
In the staff room, I think. Why? Is something wrong?
Anybody home? I got the okay to pop in and see how you're doing.
Oh, I'm fine. Really, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Have you had many visitors?
My husband, Don.
Well, I hope he told you not to go poking any more wire coat hangers and PowerPoints. Look, love, you have to knock yourself off just because you've ended up in here.
I'm a burden to other people. They're better off without me.
Oh, now, come on, knock it off. Feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to help. And whatever you stole is not worth dying for. Now, come on, let's face it. You tried to take something for nothing, you got caught.
But I didn't mean to take it. I was...
Yeah, I know. But they caught you with the stuff in your hands, and that's what counts.
But I tried to explain.
And it's not the first time they've caught you either, is it?
But I didn't mean to take it. I mean, I can't stay in this place.
Look, love, you may as well face it. You're stuck in here just like the rest of us. And you better get used to it.
I want Don to take me home.
Then he will, love. But not right now. Now, at least you've got somebody waiting for you on the outside. You want to know how I make the time pass in here? Friends. Mates. As a matter of fact, one of them sent you this.
Huh?
We missed out on the wedding, but we still get the cake.
Oh, how nice.
Alison, there are a lot of friends in here if you want them. It's up to you. Anyway, I better shoot through. Trust us, love. We'll take care of you. If you let us.
If you really think there's somebody holding Vera, why don't you call the police?
Come on, Jim. It's probably one of the blokes who bashed me.
All the more reason to call them.
Oh, use your head. We'll have cars coming from all directions. We'll never catch him.
Assuming there is somebody there, what's more important, to catch them or to save Vera?
Well, both, of course. Now, come on. We're wasting time.
Terry, I've got a job to do. I can't just walk out of here.
I told you. Joe and Sue are going to cover for us. Now, come on.
All right, but I still reckon this is a matter for the police.
Come on. Oh. Hey, babe, you want a game of blow football?
You've got to be kidding.
Come on, honey, it's great for your win.
My win's fine, thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, Alison in hospital.
Yeah?
Boy, is that bloody depressed. I wouldn't be surprised if she tries it again.
Well, she's straight out of suburbia, you know, nice clean house, nice clean kids.
Well, I may as well put her on Mars for all she knows about prison.
Well, she's probably just worried about people are going to say about her when she gets out of here.
If she gets out. If she lives so long.
Come on, love, cheer up. Things are bad enough. We don't need that now. What we need is a fourth player.
Nah, get Doreen.
Doreen's back in her cell. She's almost as bad off as Lizzie.
Oh, God, Doreen's miserable. Alison's trying to kill herself. I might as well have a game.
Good on
Can't
you.
move over.
Oops, here you go. Easy go. Oh!
Vera? I'm home, love. Vera?
Against the wall, Jack. Move, or your lady gets it in the head.
You all right, love?
Oh, for God's sake, Terry, do as he says.
Against the wall, your hands above your head.
If you hurt her anymore...
You'll do nothing, Screw, because pretty soon you're both going to be dead.
Oh, that's clever. That's good thinking. A couple of murders on top of everything else, McNally's going to love you for that.
How much that Kathy Dane tell you?
Do you know a pawnbroker by the name of Trander? Yeah, I thought so. Well, Kathy tells us that he and McNally are up to their necks in it. And of course, there's always big, bad, blonde John, isn't there?
Names don't mean nothing. Got any proof?
No, enough. She's going to give us some more. Names, dates, places, the lot.
Terry, you told me that Kathy knew nothing. What is all this?
If you're lying to me, I'll kill you.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to anyway.
Get rid of him. I'll be listening.
Oh, g'day, Jim.
G'day, Terry. Listen, you going to come down for that beer?
Oh, look, I can't tonight, mate. Something's come up. Perhaps tomorrow night. But you'll be going there anyway, will you?
Yeah, I'll try and force myself, mate.
Yeah, well, if I change my mind, I know where to find you, okay? Well, I'll see you later then.
Okay, mate.
Don't be stupid. Put that phone down.
It's worth a try.
Don't play games with me, Sonny. Now, tell me more about this Kathy lady. Oh!
Well, this is good. I've been trying to get Harry Bailey inside for years.
Yeah, well, this makes it something really big. I mean, he tried to kill us.
Yeah, well, we've known Harry's worked for McNally's mob for some time, but just to turn up soon after you put pressure on his pawnbroker friend.
Yeah, well, that ties McNally and the pawnbroker together.
Yes. Look, I'll get this statement typed up. I'd like you all down the station tomorrow morning to sign it, OK?
I'm sure there's no great hurry for my signature. This is the second time I've been involved in your efforts to catch McNally. The second time I've been bashed.
Well, you could try changing jobs, Miss Bennett. Try a flower shop.
Come on, you're being a bit hard, aren't you?
Yes, all right. If your nerves are shot, take a taxi down to the station. The government will pay for it. And Harrison, you look out for yourself. They might have another go at you. See you.
Well, now, how about you trying to explain some of the lies you told me about your ex-wife?
Lies? What lies?
You promised me you'd stay out of her life.
Listen, I've got to get back
So
to...
what the hell did you go to that pawnbroker for and get us both threatened?
Vera, I'm sorry for what's happened, but it's something I've got to fix myself.
If you're still in love with her, you may as well say so now.
Look, it's not that. Will you trust me?
Listen, we better get back to
Look,
Wentworth.
5 minutes is going to make no difference to Wentworth. I want some answers, and I want them now.
I'm sorry you got mixed up in all this, okay?
You're sorry? I get bashed by a man with a gun, and all you can say is you're sorry. Well, you better do some thinking about your feelings about Kathy Hall. And when you do, we'll then talk about getting married. So get out! I said get out!
Well, that's an improvement. You feeling better?
Yes, thank you, much better.
I hope you've decided not to do yourself any more damage.
I don't know what came over me.
I see you have a slice of Lizzie's wedding cake. Is that what helped you change your attitude?
I didn't think anyone in here could be so nice.
Good things do happen, you know. Even in here. I think you should try to make the best of it. The sooner you get out of the hospital and make friends with the other women...
Well, that's just it, you see. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here who's, well, like me.
Yes, well, I've arranged for you to share a cell with Judy Bryant. I'm sure you'll get along with her.
Oh, what's she like? Is she one of the tough ones?
Well, most of the people seem to get along with her.
But she's not like me, is she?
No, not exactly. But I'm sure you'll like her.
And what about my family? Can I see them more than once a week?
Well, I'm afraid I can't allow that.
But they'll be missing me. I have to see them.
There are a lot of women who want extra visits, Alison. But we're barely coping as it is. We don't have the staff or the facilities.
But couldn't I have more visits?
If I favoured you, that would cause jealousies. And you would be the one to suffer in the long run.
You say this place is friendly, but it's not. I can't stay here. I just can't. There's no one to help me.
Vera, what's wrong? My God, your face is all cut. What's happened? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, I don't know, Meg. It might make matters worse.
You couldn't get much worse by the look of you. Come on, we'll talk in the staff room.
Thanks.
Well, what happened?
A thug came looking for Terry. I was so helpless against that kind of violence.
What did you do?
Well, it's a long story. He had a gun pressed up against my head. Anyway, in the end, Terry and Jim tricked him and we got the gun. But was Terry worried about me? Oh, no. Good old Vera, she can take it. All he was interested in was going after whoever sent the gunman.
Good heavens, what's he playing at?
It's something to do with Kathy Hall. Meg, I don't know whether he loves her or hates her.
What are you going to do?
I've told him the wedding is off and until he makes a choice. It's either her or me.
Oh, Vera, that's awful. You were so happy yesterday.
What's wrong with me, Meg? Why does everything always end up like this?
You mustn't blame yourself.
Even the prisoners have better luck with their men than I do.
Oh, come on now, that's not true. I mean, look at poor old Lizzie. We all have our problems. You just can't give up on yourself.
What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Birdsworth, I'm so glad you came. Look, I've had a long, hard think about our last discussion, and well, I've come to the conclusion that I was wrong. Well, I do sincerely hope you'll accept my apology.
Come in.
I can't wait to hear how your talk went with the Artists Club.
I'm glad you called in, Meg. It was a great success. They're all most impressed.
Really?
I explained to them the need for a centre that would help women like Alison instead of throwing her into a regular prison.
Oh, I wish I'd been there.
Yes, I do too. But they could see from Alison's case that prison was not always the answer.
And are they willing to do something about
Well,
it?
yes. They're talking about forming a working committee already.
Well, that's wonderful.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Well, they've been talking about it for long enough. Long last, we may get some action.
Well, Colin Lester, the Ibis Club president, is coming here this afternoon.
So quickly?
I'll show him round, of course, and if he approves, then he'll direct the committee to go ahead.
Well, you've certainly got things moving. I'd like to meet him if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. I'll call you as soon as he comes in.
Birdsworth's here this evening, Miss
I'll
Davison.
show her in, Mr. Fletcher.
Come on, Lizzie.
I'm glad you're here too, Mrs. M. I need help from you both. I've got to tell you something very important. I've made up me mind.
Do you mind if I spend a minute alone with him, Mrs. M?
No, of course.
Don't you go overdoing it, Sid. turn me back for a minute and you get up to things like this. Looks as though I'll really have to look after you, doesn't it?
I'd like that, Elizabeth.
The important thing is that he doesn't mind us seeing each other. You must admit, must have been a hell of a shock to him when he met me.
No, Elizabeth, I know my son. It had nothing to do with you being in Wentworth. He'd have been exactly the same whoever I'd met. All he cared about was losing the house.
Oh, well, forget it. Don't upset yourself, Sid. It's all over now.
Yeah, I know, but... Well, the things he said to you, I'll never forgive him for that.
You got to. Because if you don't, well, you're no better than he is, are you?
He doesn't deserve to have you in the family. You're a wonderful woman, Elizabeth. He should thank God for you.
Well, let it blow over now. Let him cool down a bit. The main thing is that we see each other, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course, but...
Yeah, well, don't think about it anymore. I can still go on looking after you, and I don't have to be married for that, do I? That's better.
So you see, we could all benefit. The department, the women, and the Ibis Club, who would be recognised for helping a deserving cause.
Let me see if I've understood you correctly. The attendance centre, as I understand it, would function as an alternative to prison for women who've been convicted of relatively minor offences, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
These women would report to the centre 2 or 3 times a week and at weekends.
And in between times, they would live with their families and do their normal work.
Which is obviously preferable to breaking up the family.
And would save a great deal of hardship from loss of jobs.
Right. And their time at the centre would be spent in receiving counselling and correcting the attitudes that led them into crime in the first place.
Exactly. But these projects take money, of which the department does not have a great deal.
We all have that problem.
What they have promised me, though, is if we could find a suitable house at no cost to them, they would look at the possibility of taking it on a permanent basis.
But would the club continue to receive credit for the project?
Oh, of course. The department could staff the centre, and your club, if you're willing, could maintain the building and the grounds.
Good. High involvement, low cost.
Yes, and if we find a building which needs renovation, some of the trusted women could help with the work.
Oh, that's excellent. Cooperation all round. The committee will want to discuss it, of course, but I don't anticipate any problems at all.
Well, that's a good start. Would you have time to have a look around the prison?
Yes. I'm sure there's a lot I could learn.
Good. The women you'll see in the laundry are in for quite minor offences.
Really?
Yes. Shoplifting, drunken disorderly, driving offences. But because there's no counselling when they get out, it's not long before they're back in here with us.
Are these the kind of women who might be candidates for the attendance centre?
Yes, many of them have families with young children.
Who are no doubt suffering while their mothers are in here.
Exactly. And they need counselling, which we're unable to give them. Could I have your attention, please, ladies? It's quite possible that we shall be donated some new facilities in the near future, a sort of day attendance centre. Now, if this does eventuate, it's quite possible the buildings will need painting and redecorating. And I was wondering if any of the women would be willing to help.
Oh, yeah.
Good, that's very encouraging. We shouldn't have any trouble getting help then. Well, thank you very much, ladies. I'll let you know what happens.
Oh, Pete. Can you see her letting the 2 of us out on a painting party?
Try to look on the positive side of it, Alison. You've got 3 months to get your life together. 3 months free of outside pressures.
Well, I'd like to do that. But where do I start? Are there any classes I could go to?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, maybe if I tried something new, like a different kind of job or something for when I go home. Or a hobby, perhaps. You see, I feel so useless just stuck at home doing the books for Don and answering the phone. I mean, he never says whether I'm doing a good job or not. And I get so bored and depressed.
Yes, I think I do understand, but unfortunately we haven't got an education officer at the moment.
Oh, well, is there any other kind of interesting work around the place that I could do?
Well, the main areas of work are the laundry and the garden. And then there is the routine cleaning of the showers and cells.
But I've been doing nothing but that for the past 16 years. I mean, that's not going to help.
I know. But at least you've been able to talk to other people, and they can help you. Especially Don. Now, isn't that the important thing?
Vera. Hey, Vera. Vera, I want to speak to you.
Not now, I'm busy.
Vera, it's important.
So's my work.
Look, love, you're on day shift, I'm on night shift. I won't have a chance to speak to you until tomorrow.
That's soon enough for me.
Oh, come on, love. Look, I'll be out of the flat by then. I want to speak to you first.
There's nothing to talk about. You had to make a choice between me or your ex-wife. That sounds like you've already done it.
Vera, it's not like that. There are things you don't know about.
Because you wouldn't tell me.
Vera, I'm moving out of the flat so that, well, so I can clean up this business and also so you won't get hurt again. Can't you understand that?
You're moving out because I want you to. Now, excuse me. I've got to get back to work.
This last few days have been like riding a roller coaster around here.
Oh, I don't know, just the usual. Cancelled wedding, near suicide, couple of bashings.
What do you make of this business between Vera and Terry?
You tell me and we'll both know.
I feel so sorry for Vera. And she's broken-hearted.
I can't say I blame her.
I mean, one minute she's in love and going to get married. And the next she's been bashed up by some thug who's involved with Kathy Hall and the whole thing's off.
Well, I'm as surprised as you are. I've never seen Terry like this.
I take it he's been a bit of a womanizer in the past.
Well, yeah, you could say that, but if anyone had told me that he'd marry Vera and settle down, I would have laughed in their faces.
Do you think he loves her?
I think he did. Don't know what to think now.
If I were in Vera's shoes, that business with the gunman last night would have been the last straw. I can't imagine Terry allowing it to happen. I mean, what on earth's he up to?
Well, I know he doesn't like being pushed around. He's a pretty tough little bloke. He bounces back twice as hard.
Well, even if it means losing Vera?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this gang's got his blood up and he can't let go.
Oh, do you think it would help if we had Kathy Hall transferred?
Well, it's hardly worth it. She's only got a couple of weeks to go.
Well, if something doesn't change soon, it'll be too late.
Whatever Terry's got going with Kathy, I can't believe he'd let it go that far.
I had a wonderful day, Miss Bennett. You should have seen Sid. Such a gentleman. You know what I mean? Suave. I'm so lucky. Not everyone could have a nice fella like Sid.
Your bag, Birdsworth. You can't be trusted, can you?
Oh, but they're for the garden. Sid wants it to look all nice again.
They're against the regulations and you know it.
Oh, what harm is there in a few flowers, Miss Bennett? Have a heart. I promised Sid I'd have them planted by the time of his next visit. He's broken-hearted about the garden the way it is now.
This is a prison, Birdsworth, not a nursery.
Go on. I would never have known. Oh, come on, Miss Bennett. It makes Sid so happy. And it's so important to make the man in question happy.
Shut up, Birdsworth.
Oh, what's the matter, Miss Bennett? I thought that you and Mr.
Just
Harrison...
keep your thoughts to yourself, Birdsworth. You don't know what you're talking about, as usual.
Oh, you're right on time, Lizzie. Did you have a lovely day out?
Oh, bonzo, Mrs. Davidson. We had dinner in the garden and Sid waited on me hand and foot and I felt like a lady of leisure. The rain even held off till I got back here.
Yes, you were lucky. We were very envious of you having such a lovely day out whilst we had to stay in here and work, weren't we, Miss Bennett?
Yes, we were.
We had a bonza dinner, pork chops, chocolate cake.
Sounds wonderful.
And I behaved myself. I only drank grape juice.
And how old was the grape juice?
Oh, you are a wag, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, I'm glad you had such a lovely day, Lizzie. You really deserved it. Perhaps I might even agree to you having days out on a regular basis.
Oh, beauty, Mrs. Davidson. Can I ring Sid and tell him he'll be that thrilled?
Of course. Now, I really must do some work.
Oh, thanks a million, Mrs. Davidson. You are a good sport.
G'day, Chris. Hello, Milo. How was school today?
Okay, we had basketball today.
How'd you go?
Not bad, I made 3 baskets. I would have got more if the fat girl knocked me over.
What are you after?
Something to eat.
Well, dinner won't be long. You can have some ice cream later.
What are we having?
Pizza.
Pizza? It's 3 nights in a row. Why can't we have proper dinners like we used to?
Because there's nobody home to cook it, isn't it obvious?
Well, if we can't have dinner like Mum cooks, why can't I just have ice cream?
Because I said so. I'll put it back until later.
And I don't want anything.
What's up with him? Do you know?
Got in trouble at school today.
What kind of trouble?
He's not captain of the footy team anymore.
Why not? He's playing well. To the bottom of this. Chris, come here. I want to talk to you. Chris? What's this I hear about you not being captain of the footy team anymore?
Don't want to talk about it.
Now, listen, son, if you're in some kind of trouble, I want to know about it. I may be able to help.
Some kids were teasing me and I got into a fight.
Anyone get hurt?
Yeah, broke a kid's nose.
Well, why'd you hit him that hard?
Called Mum a criminal and said I'm going to end up a jailbird just like her.
I see.
Kids say that to me too, Dan. They say Mum will never come home. She'll be locked up there forever.
None of that's true, darling. You understand? What happened about the fight?
Principal said if I got into any more, he might have to expel me.
Oh, did he? Well, he should have talked to me first.
He tried to call, but you weren't here.
Right, I was visiting your mother.
Didn't tell us.
She's in the prison hospital. She's had a bit of an accident.
Kind of accident.
Is she all right?
Now, calm down. She's all right.
Look, why'd she have to go to jail in the first place? Couldn't you have got a better lawyer to get her off?
Chris, listen
Well,
to
why
me.
didn't you just pay the shops back for the stuff she took? You can afford it. Well, don't you care?
Hello.
Oh, Lizzie!
Hello, love. G'day, everybody. Well, how'd it go, love, as if I need to ask? Oh, it was wonderful, Bea. It was a bit sad when I first arrived. He was just standing there.
Oh, God, he must have felt awful.
Yeah, but we soon fixed that up. Oh, by the way, Bea, Gordon Humphrey called to see me, and for no reason at all. He's reckoned everything's going to be all right. I wonder if somebody...
I wonder what made him change his mind.
Oh, everyone's been wonderful, fair dinkum. Mrs. Davidson, Mrs. Morris, they couldn't have done more for me.
Yeah, that's great, love. But when are you going to bring Sid along to see us? You can't keep him all to yourself, you know.
No, he'll be coming to visit soon. At least that's what he said.
Well, I should hope so. He owes us a wedding.
Oh, we're going to forget about that for a while, you know, until everything's settled, if you know what I mean. Oh, by the way, I nearly forgot. These seeds. Sid wants them planted before he comes for his next visit.
I'm sorry, Lizzie, but my fingers are still sore from all that knitting.
Well, I'd have planted them myself, only I'll be busy visiting Sid.
Okay, so we get stuck with the job, right?
Oh, by the way, Bea, I'll have to make arrangements for my hair to be done on a regular basis, if you don't mind.
I hope the sister was right about you being well enough to leave the hospital.
What do you mean?
Well, you'll need all your strength to cope with Judy Bryant.
Is she violent?
You'll find out. In the meantime, that's your bed. Make it, and make it properly. And in the morning, we'll see about getting you some useful work to do.
What are you doing?
Oh, excuse me. I was interested...
How dare you? If you want to look at my things, you have to ask me first.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
What are you doing in here anyway?
They said I have to share this room with you.
Oh, why me?
The governor said you were a nice person.
Oh, forget that. There's nothing we can do about that now. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're planning on having any more tantrums, forget about it, because I'm in no mood to play nursemaid.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning. Do they always bang and crash the doors like that?
Yeah, all day, every day.
Have you been in here a long time?
Look, sometimes I like to talk, sometimes I don't, huh? And as far as I'm concerned this morning, this cell is divided right down the middle. This is my half of the room, That is your half of the room. And if I want peace and quiet in my half of the room, that's my decision. Okay?
No, good day.
Oh, good morning.
So they put you on the Jude, eh?
Yes, and I don't think she likes me being here much.
Ah, Jude's okay. You'll get on fine with her.
Well, she just told me to stay on my side of the room and walked out.
Yeah, well, we all get like that once in a while. You don't get much privacy in here, and sometimes you need it. Everybody does. Right?
That officer who brought me in here last night, she said I'd need all my strength to cope with Bryant. What did she mean?
That officer, as you call her, has a well-earned nickname. Any chance to be bitchy, she'll take it. Tell me, have you heard any more from your family?
Yes, my husband's been to see me once.
Oh, you told me. Have you got any kids?
Yes, my son Christopher is 15 and my daughter Susan is 10. They've both got lots of friends, especially Susan. And Chris is very good at sport. He's captain of the junior football team.
Oh, they sound great. My daughter had a lot of friends, too.
Oh? I didn't know you had a daughter.
I haven't anymore. She died while I wasn't here.
How dreadful.
Well, if I hadn't been in here, maybe it wouldn't have happened. You see, she got on drugs and took an overdose.
Oh, my God.
Still, you've still got your family. And it sounds like you love them.
Oh, I do.
Then you're lucky. You've got something to look forward to.
Yes.
Come on. I'll take you to the showers.
Well, what about Alison Page? Keep her in the laundry?
I'd like to try something different with her if we could.
Well, we haven't got much to choose from.
I know, but if we could find something more demanding, it might get her out of that depression.
Well, it's a good idea, but why her? I mean, there are plenty of other women who are depressed.
She's suicidal. That makes the difference. Anyway, I'll tell you what I had in mind. The paperwork around here is getting a little bit too much for the staff, agreed?
True.
And the department refuses point blank to send us any help. Well, if we could train Alison Page as a clerical assistant, well, it'd be killing two birds with one stone. It would be giving her something positive to do with her time and helping us with the paperwork. And I'm sure Wendy and Julie would be only too happy to show her the ropes.
Well, what about the other women? They may see it as favoritism.
Do you think so?
Well, it's possible. And if that's the case, Page could be into big trouble.
Why don't you climb into the dryer yourself? You're wet enough behind the ears.
All right, Doreen, lay off.
Well, she doesn't think we're good enough for her. She's from one of those better suburbs.
Alison, bring me some more uniforms to press. Don't let it get to you. Just keep on with your work, okay?
You know, it's a wonder she knows how to fold sheets at all. Probably got a maid at her place.
Page, the governor wants to see you in her office.
I bet she's been sucking up again.
Well, she certainly got out of here pretty fast.
Yoo-hoo!
Hell.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Jen.
Oh, well, it's good to see you're not starving, but what's that?
Toast, would you believe? Haven't had time to make a fresh piece.
Well, it's a bit late for breakfast anyway, isn't it? Can I tempt you with a nice bowl of soup for lunch?
You certainly could. Is all that for us?
Well, I know how quickly it'll go with a couple of hungry kids.
It's very kind of you, Janet. Thanks a lot.
Would you, like me to warm you up a bowl now?
No, I can do that.
Oh, look, it's no bother. Besides, you look very busy with your paperwork by the look of things.
Yeah, I'm just beginning to realise how much Alison did for the business.
Ah, yes. Typical man. Underestimate your woman till it's too late.
Too right.
Look, you go back to your papers. I'll bring this in when it's ready.
Thanks, Janet. Very nice of you.
It must be awfully hard for you, Don, trying to look after the kids and run the business at the same time.
Hard's not the word.
Well, I think you're doing a wonderful job. Most men couldn't handle half as much.
Kids are a bit of a problem at the moment. Having trouble at school.
Oh, they'll be all right. Kids bounce back in no time.
That smells great.
Look, I hope you're going to let me be the good neighbour and help you a little bit from time to time.
It's great of you to offer.
It's my pleasure. Now, how about a fresh piece of toast to go with this soup?
Alison Page, Mrs. Davis.
Oh, good. Show her in, would you?
Come in, Page.
Alison, we're going to try something quite new with you. Now, I believe you did all your husband's bookwork.
Yes, that's right.
Do you think you could handle some of the secretarial work in our office?
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
Good. I'd rather you were working there than in the laundry, so I will introduce you to Wendy Scott, our receptionist, and she can show you all the details.
Will I start right away?
I don't see why not. We certainly have plenty of work to do.
Mrs. Davidson, the other women?
Oh, yes, thank you, Mr. Fletcher. Now, this is the first time we have offered this job to a prisoner, Alison. You are new here, so the other prisoners may resent you for working there.
Oh. Do you think they'll do anything?
Well, they may say a few things to you, but I don't expect anything else. Well, let's get started, shall we? Wendy, I'd like you to meet Alison Page.
Hello.
Alison has done secretarial work, so she'll be helping you out here with some of the routine jobs.
Oh, I could certainly use the help.
I would like you to continue handling the confidential matters, of course, so use your discretion, and if you have any doubts, just ask Mr. Fletcher or myself.
All right.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
Fine.
I shall be going out in about 10 minutes. I'm going to talk to the department about the attendance centre. I shall be away a couple of hours.
Right, I'll take care of things here then.
Has to be signed for, requisitioned and signed
Hi.
for.
Yes, miss, can I help you?
Yeah, I want to see Kathy Hall.
I see. Your name, please?
Betty.
And your surname?
Oh, just Betty. She'll know me.
I see. Are you a friend or a relative?
Yeah, I'm her flatmate.
Right, well, if you'd like to sign in, please, and then wait outside in the garden. I'll see if she wants to see you.
Fair enough.
And Betty, sign both names, please.
And make a separate list for each supplier. Quantities go down there.
Paul, you got a visitor.
Who is it?
What's your flatmate's name?
Betty. Is that who it is?
Yeah, that's who it is. Do you want to see her?
Oh, yeah. She's a real good friend.
All right, come on then.
Hey, Mr. Fletcher, what happened to Alison?
That's none of your business, Smith. Now get back to work.
Oh, now, come on, you know we're going to find out sooner or later. Wouldn't it be better if we heard it straight from you?
All right. She's got a job in another part of the prison.
I told you so. Oh, what a crawler.
What sort of job?
She's helping out in reception.
Slimy little bitch.
Yeah, well, it seems like all you have to do around here is to try and take your life, and then they look after you.
Bloody hell.
How come none of us were offered that job, Mr. Fletcher?
Because she has clerical experience and you don't.
And she comes from a better part of town.
Yeah, probably lives just down the road from Mrs. Davidson.
All right, that's enough. Any more of that nonsense out of any of you and you all have extra duties.
I bet she goes to the same hairdresser.
I said that's enough, Burns. Come on, Hall.
Well, some of us could have handled that job.
Yeah.
Never mind, girls. Let's look on the bright side. With Alison working in reception, she can look out for us.
What makes you think Alison will do that?
Oh, after I've had a little chat with her, I think she'll see it our way.
G'day, Betty. How you going?
No touching, please.
Well, I'm okay. How about you? Oh, I'm all right. I suppose I can last another couple of weeks.
Listen, there's something I've got to tell you.
What about?
I wouldn't be in any hurry to get out of here if I was you.
Why not?
Look, I don't know what you're mixed up in, but there's a story going around that somebody's trying to kill you.
Yeah, I know, and I just don't know anything.
Someone's been watching the flat. An ugly-looking hoon I've never seen before, and he's been talking to the neighbours.
What about?
He's been asking when you're getting out of here. Oh, it's giving me the willies, Cat. Someone's trying to get you.
What's the matter, love? Bad news?
They're waiting for me to get released.
Who is?
I don't know. But they're out to kill me, for sure.
Well, this is getting serious.
Are you safe in here, love?
I think so. But I'm getting out soon, aren't I?
Well, have you got anyone to look after you on the outside?
Not really.
Well, I hate to say this, love, but I think your best bet's to go to the cops.
The cops won't help her. Not unless there's some way she can pay them back.
This is true.
I don't know anything to give them. I don't know any big names. I don't even know why they're after me.
Why on earth is Paige working in reception?
Mrs. Davidson put her there to ease the workload on the office staff.
A prisoner with access to all those documents? That's ridiculous.
Well, she'll only be handling routine work. Anything confidential will be handled by Wendy.
She's a thief, a shoplifter.
She'll be supervised all the time.
Supervised? That woman was caught and charged 3 times before they sent her here. Can you imagine how many times she wasn't caught?
Yes, well, there's one good thing about it. It'll mean less paperwork for us.
Less paperwork and more trouble. I can't understand how you can just stand by and watch this place get more and more lax.
Yeah, we'll talk to Mrs. Davidson about it. It was her idea.
In the male prisons, a lot of the routine stuff's done by the prisoners. I don't see why the women here can't do it.
I wasn't asking you.
What the hell did I do?
Hey, Lizzie, when are you going out next weekend? How about bringing back a bloke for us?
Yeah, I'd like a choice. Could you bring me back a couple?
Oh, if I did, you'd keep them both.
Now, have you got any requests, Jude?
Oh, well, if I have to have a bloke, I'll have one in drag.
Come on, love, cheer up. The world hasn't come to an end. We'll think of something within a couple of weeks yet.
Well, how about you? What sort of bloke do you want,
I'll have anything in uniform.
Less noise and just keep moving.
Cancel that order. I forgot about Vera.
What are you laughing at? You're in such a good mood, Hall. You can clean out the toilets for the whole block. And when you finish that, I'll find you something else to do.
Oh, I was
Shut
just
up,
trying to-
Wordsworth. Just shut up unless you want to join her.
No, Miss Bennett.
Miss Bennett, could I have a word with you, please? Look, Vera, I know why you're so touchy, and I sympathise, but really, I can't have you overreacting like that.
So I'm sorry I'm more upset than I realised.
I think you better take the rest of the day off.
Yes.
All right, you lot, come on.
Did you have a nice morning in the office?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
The rest of us are wondering how come you got that job and we didn't.
The governor knows I've done that kind of work before.
Oh, the governor does she? Must be real nice to chat to the governor about such things.
Well, this is training for me, so I can get a good job when I get out. She knows that I have to help support a family.
So what? Lots of us have got families. What's so special about you?
Oh, I didn't mean that I was special.
You're so flaming stuck up. Do you think you're the only one in here with problems?
No, not at all.
I've been in this rotten place for years and I never got any special treatment.
Oh, maybe if you ask.
You didn't ask, you sucked. Oh, take care of me or I'll kill myself. You know, I reckon you like the screws a lot better than you like us. You better watch it, because that might be real dangerous.
Right, it's time you and I had a bit of a chat.
About what?
About what you're doing to Vera.
Hey?
I just had to send her home, Terry. She's falling apart at the seams. She's in love with you, in case you don't know it.
Yeah, well...
One minute you tell her that you're going to marry her. The next minute she's getting her face bashed in by some thug you've got yourself involved with.
Look, it's going to work out.
Are you sure this isn't just a big joke to you?
Oh, come on, Jim, I love her. I'm going to marry her, right?
I just think that you're so used to conning women that sometimes you believe your own stories.
Look, I'm sorry things turned out badly. I tried to explain.
Then explain to her about Kathy.
Look, Vera's got to understand. I've got to clear up this business first. Then we can get married.
Listen, Terry, this business with Kathy doesn't make any sense. Why don't you just drop it?
I can't.
Why can't you?
Because I've got to finish it first, that's why. Now, don't interfere.
Well, look who's here. Little prison secretary. Looks like you've got some explaining to do.
What are you doing in here?
I'm frightened to be alone.
Oh, we thought you'd be dining with the governor tonight.
We don't like crawlers, Alison.
Lady Page here reckons she got this job because she's got a family to support. Of course, none of us have got families. We're all from the lost and found.
You know what happens to women who suck up to the screws?
Yeah, here's a coat hanger. Go stick it in the PowerPoint, only we won't let you let go this time.
Okay, ladies, just hang on. I've been thinking about this job of Alison's, and I think we might let her keep it.
I mean, you're just going to let her get away with it? But I
should smash her face in.
Lay off. They won't touch you. I'll see to that. As long as you bring me whatever I want from the office.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. I mean, I've been given a special job to do. Mrs. Davidson trusts me. It wouldn't be right to take anything.
Now you listen. And you listen good. You'll do what I say, when I say, or your life won't be worth living.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside, the roses grow. They don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.